Hey everybody, Mega Gamer 99 here, and today I have an Undertale theory for you guys. And first of all, I just wanted to say major spoiler alert. Before you watch this video, you may want to go and play or watch videos of Undertale before you actually watch this. So, yeah, that's your spoiler warning, and let's get into the actual theory. So, my theory is that, what if in the Genocide run, Sans survived? Now, it may sound crazy at first, but alright, my first piece of evidence is in the pacifist run, if you go to Grillby's with Sans, then you'll know he loves ketchup. Like, you have a choice to get either burgers or fries. And, I'm sorry about the whole lighting thing, but anyway, you have a choice of getting burgers or fries. Then he'll ask you if you want ketchup on your food. If you say no, he'll say, more for me. And he appears to have, like, stored in his jacket, a bottle of ketchup. And Sans appears to be the only monster in Undertale that bleeds, or supposedly bleeds, when you kill him, or supposedly kill him. First of all, let's acknowledge that Sans is a skeleton. And so how could he bleed? He has another skeleton brother, Papyrus, and he doesn't bleed if you kill him. His head even falls off, and yet he's still able to talk for a little bit before he dies. But how could, even when losing his head, he doesn't bleed, yet Sans does when being slashed at with a knife? Like, I don't know about you guys, but it seems kinda weird that he would bleed if his closest relative, as far as we know, who is also a skeleton, wouldn't when losing his head. Not to mention, let's acknowledge that monsters, they don't usually bleed out or anything like that, like we humans, or basically any living creature apart from plants as far as we know would. Instead, monsters just fade away into a bunch of dust in Undertale. So, there's a specific noise that you would hear when they turn into dust. Sans is the only monster that you don't see turn into dust when killed. When he is hit, he'll still just get up like it was nothing, with blood coming out of his mouth and on his hand because he put his hand over the wound, and he'll just shrug and wink at you and say, "Welp, I'm going to Grillby's." And he moves over to the side where you can't see him and says, "Papyrus, do you want anything?" And then just fades away, or at least you hear the sound of him fading away. Now, Sans has teleporting abilities, and although you don't see the dust of any other monster, you can't see anything left from Sans after he supposedly dies. Not to mention, we don't know if it makes a sound, but if it does, that whole fading away sound could be the same sound that monsters make when they die and fade away. Not to mention, Undyne has a bunch of metal armor, and in the Genocide run, if you decide to attack the monster kid, he will be pushed out of the way by Undyne. She is the hero of the underground. And if you decide to attack the monster kid and she takes the hit for him, she becomes known as Undyne the Undying. And her battle theme is battle against a true hero. I mean, how could even the biggest hero in the underground, how could she possibly die to somebody that it takes much longer for them to kill Sans? Well, Sans is probably one of the strongest monsters in the underground, if not the strongest. He could possibly, even with all the LV, which is an acronym for level of violence, it's like leveling up in the game, but even with all that LV in the game, love is technically what it's called, stands, like I said, for level of violence, but anyway, even with that, could he possibly survive? Not to mention, if you guys think that, well, he had to have died if, if there was ketchup involved, then he still probably would have died. Well, what if I told you that Sans could have had that bit of ketchup, that bottle, in the way when you hit him? Sure, it does appear like you hit him, but you gotta remember, Sans is full of jokes and pranks. And, well, his theme is called Megalovania. And, I mean, the name itself is a pun. It's a play on the word megalomaniac. And, well, if he's still got that whole pun thing going on, even when he's trying to kill you for killing everybody else, and then you kill him, he even shrugs and winks at you like he does even when he's telling puns when you first meet him. Doesn't that seem a little crazy that he would joke around and act all friendly to you afterwards? And, well, I don't know, guys, I'm still not completely sold to the idea, but I think it's a huge possibility now that, we look at this. Not to mention, if he was cut, around, in between the waist and the chest, so around the belly, he has blood coming out of his mouth in the end. And he's not stabbed or anything to where, he might choke out blood. He's just slashed. And, well, I mean, I don't know, guys. If you enjoyed the video, why not leave a like and subscribe to join the Punny Nation if you have not already. And, guys, tell me what you think about this in the comment section down below. I just started a pacifist run for Undertale's, or for just Undertale in general, and I know Awesomer111 is doing a neutral run right now. Yeah, I will be doing a Genocide and possibly neutral run. So yeah, guys, I guess I'll see you next time. Well, I guess technically I won't see you. This is just a video. But bye!